Welcome to Kingdom Hearts 3, it's Abyss, and in this video today, I'm going to show you how to complete all the Flantastic 7 missions with a high score. Now you know you've achieved a high score when at the end, the item that you obtain is times 3. Now after you complete all 7 missions with a high score, you will get the Orichalcum Plus, which is needed for the Ultima's Blade. Alright, so in the pinned comments, I will have timestamps for each individual mission, just in case you want to jump to any part of this video. Alright, so for this particular one in Olympus, we're going to be sliding on a sled and we're going to need to run into as many flans as we can possible. One thing to note, however, if you see the arrows on the ground and you run into them, do not try to move in a different direction because those arrows will redirect you into the way it wants you to go. That was one of the mistakes I kept making, was trying to turn as I was going through these arrows, which led me right into the wall. If you bounce off the wall too many times, you'll end up going too slow, which will be game over. So just let the arrows move you in a direction it wants you to go, and just try to pick up as many flans as you can possible. The target score you want to hit is above 20,000. That's what mine was, and I was able to get the high score. Alright, so for our next mini game, we need to stack as many flans as we can possible on our teacup. You do, however, want to avoid the flans that are rolling around on strawberries, and try not to hit the wall either. If either one of those two happen, you will start to lose a flan that you have stacked above you. The goal here is to try to stack as many as you can possible to earn the high score. Once you start to get a high enough score, you want to start to aim for the flans that are floating around with the balloons to get the highest score possible. I got 16,000 on one run and I didn't get the high score. It wasn't until I got over 17,000 and that's when I received the high score. So that is your target high score you want to aim for.
I think we should check out what's over there.
Alright, so for our next mini game, we need to dodge the giant flan's attacks Otherwise, it'll be game over. And while we're doing that, we need to take out as many as these little flans as we can possible before the time runs out. So this again is one of the ones where you want to use something like with a high magic spell, even though in this video I didn't because I was able to get this done on the first try. But I had the thunder spell and my shortcut, so basically whenever there was a large group of these little guys, I just used the thunder spell and cleared them out as quickly as I can possible. My high score for this one was 44,400. That's probably a little higher than normal, but that's your target high score that you want to aim for. Alright, so for our next mini game, we need to take 7 pictures of some flans. Now the best ones to take are the rare ones. There are common ones like you just seen right there that if you take a picture of them, they'll still be on the map. Now with the rare ones, if you take a picture of them, they'll disappear and they will no longer be on the map. I'm going to be running into one right now. And you basically just got to wait for the right moment to pop up, and then he'll throw his arms up in the air, and then you'll see excellent. Now right after that they'll disappear, so that's how you know it is a rare one, because they will no longer be on the map. But once you take pictures of 7 of them, they don't have to all be excellent. You know, if they're like 5 excellent, 2 good, then you'll be good to go. My high score for this one was 23,850, so you want to just aim for that target high score.
Let's see. Let's see.
Alright, so for our next mini game, we need to defeat as many flans as we can possible before the time runs out. I do recommend using a magic Keyblade like the Ever After, and also you want to use a thunder spell because it has some really good area of effect. Now you can gain some extra points if you reflect some of the enemy's spells back at them. I didn't do that in the video. I just focused on just trying to take them out as quick as I can possible and using my thunder spell whenever I was around enough of them to clear out the enemies. My high score was right at 20,000, so that's your target score you want to aim for. Alright, so for our next mini game, we're going to be firing some cannons at some flans and preventing them from reaching the fort. On the right, there is 2 single shots, and then on the left, there's another 2 more. And in the middle is a bell, which will fire all the cannons. Now you're going to see me use that in just a second. And there's that bigger flan right there. That's when I like to use it so that I can try to get that one to get the most points. But the objective is fairly simple enough to do. Just prevent them from hitting the fort and try to get as much points as you can possible before the time runs out. If you're running into any trouble, you could always use the bell in the middle to get rid of as many of the flans as you can possible. Now my high score for this was over 33,000. This one wasn't too much trouble at all, so you shouldn't have any issues. Alright, so for our last mini game, we're going to be bouncing on some flans. Every time that we get to a platform, like the one that we're at right now, there's 5 of them. You want to bounce on each one of them so that you can get as much points. And then after you bounce on the last one, you need to be careful and not land on any of them that looks like they're about to eat you. And you want to land on the one I'm about to do right now, or the other one that is kind of sparkling, in which it'll launch you to another platform. And then again, you just rinse and repeat, jump on every single flan until you bounce on every single one of them. And then again, the last one will be having little stars above their head, which will launch you to another platform. Now, it's fairly easy enough up until you get to 10,000 points. Once you start to get to 10,000 points, you will start to do an air dive and you'll fall a lot faster, and then it becomes slightly harder to control and land on a flan. The target score is about 15,000 points, and that will give you the high score. So once you get past 15,000, then you're good to go. Other than that, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. If you found this video helpful, make sure you support by hitting that like button and subscribing and turning on our notification bell. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah.